Alright, hello, and today I'm going to be doing a breakdown of my Mosin Nagant. I had a request for this video from a subscriber. He requested it on my last video where I showed how to clean the Mosin Nagant firing pin. So today I'm pretty much going to be showing you just how to do the entire gun. And two things you're going to need is a Phillips head screwdriver and a flathead screwdriver. If you don't have these, most Mosin Nagants come with a little package, and that will have a little like flat piece where you can measure the length of your firing pin, and you can use that to unscrew all the screws. But there is one Phillips head screw somewhere. Don't know exactly where. It might be on this back piece. Maybe there's not. Maybe I was just completely making that up. We'll find out when I get into it. So you might just be able to use that little flathead thing that comes with your gun. But anyway, to get started, you're going to want to take out the firing pin. You can do this by flipping the bolt up, holding the trigger, and sliding back. If you want to know how to clean this, I'll leave a link in the description of the video I just did on that, I think a month or so ago. But yeah. The next thing you're going to want to do is actually unscrew this. Sorry, this is a really big gun, and my camera's field of vision is very low. So I'm going to be doing my best to make sure you guys can see everything. So I'm going to slide this piece out. I normally don't leave this in my gun when I go shooting, actually. The only reason it was in there is because I leave it in there when it's in my display case. But if you leave it in there when you shoot it, usually the recoil is enough to make it fly out, and I've had it fly out at the range before. So that's a little awkward. So I just normally leave that out. Okay, then you're going to have this little tab right here. You can push to slide this ring off, and it should wiggle right up. Not all of them are so tight. Like on my dad's Mosin Nagant, they just slide right off really easily, and this other one slides off. And I usually just leave them up here. I think this back one might be able to come off, but I know the front one for sure doesn't come off, so I usually just leave them on there. You have this wood piece. Next thing you're going to want to do is take out this screw right here. It'll be right near the back of the firing pin. Set that right there. And then there's one more right here. Now, that should slide right out. So this is the barrel and sights and trigger gun component of the Mosin Nagant. Set that right there. And then this piece, I believe I have all the screws out for it. Normally it just slides right out somehow. It's been a while since I've done this. Oh yeah. So all you're going to want to do, take out the trigger guard and just slide right down. So this is the mag trigger guard. Also, if you didn't know, there's a little tab right here on the bottom of your the mag. And you can pop that open, and what this will do is, say your chamber jams or something, you can pop that open and take out all the ammo. Also, if you push down on this clip and pull out, it slides that right out of that little notch. So you have that part there. I believe that's all. Okay. Another question the person asked me, who wanted me to do the breakdown of this, was how did I get the Cosmoline off my gun? If you don't know what that is, I think I'm saying that right, Cosmoline. That's what they pack the gun in. So it kind of feels like petroleum jelly or something all over the gun, and that keeps it from rusting and from getting dry rot or anything on the wood. What I did is I just took paper towels and rubbed them up and down the entire thing until they started coming off clean. What my dad did, he did that same thing, except he actually took, I don't even know what it's called. It's like paint thinner, but it's like for wood. It might just be called paint thinner, but he stripped his entire stock and refinished it, and his feels really nice now. It feels like it was never even put in the Cosmoline. So if you're going to refinish your stock, I'd say go ahead and just do that. Once you wipe off the majority of it, it should come right off with all the finish that's on here. I, however, like the rustic look, so I did not end up doing that. One more thing, if you want, I've heard of people doing this, I didn't do it with mine, but when you disassemble a firing pin and you're cleaning the Cosmoline off of this, I heard some guy put it in his oven about like 200 degrees Fahrenheit, and what that does, it will just heat it up enough to melt the Cosmoline off. But you don't want to put it on any higher than that, because if you put it on too high, it can actually soften up the firing pin, and I don't know what that would do in a gun, but I'd rather not find out. So between 300 and 400 is when metals, well, most strong metals, temper pretty well. I don't know exactly what the specifics of this firing pin is, but I just know if you put it around 200 degrees, you should be safe, because it'll just heat it up enough to melt the stuff off. Also, another thing that helps clean the Cosmoline off is after you shoot this gun about 5 times, you'll notice there will be little bubbles on the barrel. And the first time I saw that, I got kind of scared, because I thought like the finish was like peeling off or something, but that's not. That's actually just Cosmoline that has been really burrowed down in this wood, and it's gonna melt off the more you shoot it. So set your gun out maybe while you're shooting on a hot summer day or something, and then just take paper towels, wipe it, shoot it 5 times, wipe it, let it cool. Just keep doing that process, and that will help clean it off. Of course, you want to get the majority of it off first. Okay, so now for reassembling this, first thing you're going to want to do is take this trigger guard and slip that right in there and click that in. You can then take it, and with the trigger guard facing towards the butt of the gun, slide that right in. You're then going to want to take the shorter screw of the two, because there's only 2 screws on this whole gun that you're going to need to take out to disassemble it, and stick that in the end that's closest to the barrel. And screw that in. And actually, I'm not sure if it will screw in. Oh, no, it won't, because it's supposed to go right into this hole right here. So it has nothing it can thread onto right there. So, that might fall out. Take this part of the gun now and slide it back on, and screw this back on, and flip it back over and screw the longer screw in, and take this wood guard and find out where that goes. Right about there, and just slide these clips back on. I really like these clips, in all honesty, because they make it really easy to disassemble the gun. And if you forget which side goes down, the side with the little thread, or clip, not thread. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little gap right there where the 2 sides of the ring meet. That's the side that goes down. And then if you're going to keep this in your gun, go ahead and slide it back in. And lastly, you're going to take your firing pin, and with the bolt side facing up, just pop it right in and drop it. And then I usually disengage the firing pin. You're just going to want to put your thumb on the top of this ring, put a lot of pressure down, and pull back, pull the trigger, and you'll see it go forward a little, and just let it go forward. Not really like that makes a huge difference, because the only way you're going to open the chamber, it will re-engage the firing pin, but I just usually leave it off. I don't know why, and I don't know if it will help anything or help the life of this gun, but you know, your choice whether you do that or not. And that is the full breakdown of the Mosin Nagant. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. I'll get back to them as soon as I can. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram for quick updates, and I now have knives for sale. You can see pictures of them on Instagram. You can send me a YouTube message or an Instagram direct message, and I'll get back to you pretty much instantly if you're interested in buying a knife. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.